Hi. Okay. First things first. My, let's see my Inspire sign? The power block that I was using to light up it, light, wait, light it up doesn't work anymore. So I have to buy a new one. And until then, it's going to stay dark over there. And it makes me really sad because I love that sign. But let's talk about week 8. I really had to think about that one. I'm going to start numbering these. We are on week 8, right? Okay, so this is, yeah, because I've only taken 8 shots. So yeah, 8 weeks. Okay, so that would be at 5:34 p.m. I took the injection. David helped me. He put it in my right arm. This time, no pain, no stinging, tiny tad bit of blood, but that's it. The last time we did it in the left arm, and there was slight stinging, some soreness, a lot more blood. However, that is also the same week that I had did my very first iron infusion at the hospital, and that's the same arm that they used. So I don't know if that had something to do with it or what, but in the event that it did, I don't know. So anyways, I sadly am still on my period. We are on day like 25 of bleeding, and please don't think it's just like spotting, because it's not. I wish it was just spotting. If it was just spotting, I would not even bring it up. And yes, I'm still with this ugly bruise and this one and the bump. The bump is so much less tender and swollen now. It is still there, and it is like if you push on it, it's tender, but just to go like this is not tender anymore, and it was. So yeah. Today me and David went to go do some grocery shopping, and there is a coffee shop that we like called 151 Coffee. He doesn't really drink the coffee from there. He likes the refreshers that they have. So as a reward for him going and helping me do the groceries, because normally I go while he's working, but I've been so tired and so weak and just so that is really hard for me to do it because I can't like lift the stuff. Normally, all the heavy things stay in the car until he gets home, and then he brings everything in. But like, if we get like a case of water or something, I can carry it from the shelf into the basket, and then I have the people either scan it, or I explain to them, I can't carry it onto the belt. Can you please help me? So they'll do that. But I couldn't like, even just my water, it's only halfway full because I can't carry it. It's too heavy. It's causing me like some, like, I can't explain it, but the strength to my hands are just, and yes, I have had double carpal tunnel or bilateral carpal tunnel syndrome, bilateral carpal tunnel surgery, release surgery, whatever. So my hands have never regained their strength prior to surgery. But this is different. I'm just really weak. And so he went and helped me, and as a thank you, I got him his coffee, or his refresher. So I got a coffee. This is a sugar-free German chocolate something latte with non-fat milk. I just tried to reduce all the calories that I could. And it's melting pretty quick because it's really hot here in Texas. And then I, of course, always get a cup of ice water. I always try to drink a lot of water when I drink stuff like that. But anyways, so I am still on my period. Let's go over that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just a lot of cramping and a lot of that kind of stuff. So, I don't know what is from one thing and not from another thing. So I'm just sort of chalking everything up to this abnormal period. On Sunday, I had a lot of swelling in my feet and in my calves. My calf, especially my left calf. My left foot and calf always get the most swollen. Whenever I have like some water, some fluid retention from traveling, it's always my left side that is worse than my right side. My right side gets it too, but it's always worse on my left. So my calf was like, when you touched it, it was like hard, like hard. It was weird. It felt like a fake leg. It was really weird. Today I do still have swelling and I'm cramping a lot. I don't know if you could see it, but in my fingers you could see like they're more swollen. I think it's kind of harder for you to tell. I can tell. There is still some like stiffness in my calves, so I know that they're still retaining water. My lips, I don't know if you could see this. Do you see how it has like, you see that? It has like this, watch. Do you see how it has like this weird dry ring? You can see it less like this. That happens to me. I'm allergic to some preservative. I don't know what it is, but every time I have certain things like, and it's not every, it's usually like a tomato-based product, like a tomato sauce. Like, so it happens sometimes with some pizzas where it has like, the sauce will do this to me. This happened to me yesterday. David bought some Funyuns on a road trip and I ate one, and then this happened. So I know that it's like this weird dryness, and no matter how much lip balm I put on, it doesn't go away. But this is also swollen. Like, I know I have small lips, so it's hard to tell, but so I know I'm retaining water. And I know that my weight loss is not, like, I shouldn't be weighing, honestly, but I'm going to, because I need to be able to, this is the last shot of the month, or shot of the box. So I felt like I needed to. So we weighed in at 339.9 pounds. Now, I will show you. I did actually weigh that on both of my scales on 2 different days. I weighed that on my bathroom scale on Wednesday morning, and then on Thursday morning I weighed that on my white scale. So, and I have since gone up like half a pound, but we're not going to count that because that was after the injection date. But yeah, so I have had very little symptoms outside of, you know, the hunger reduction, the appetite suppression, same thing, right? The appetite suppression and the ability to store food. I haven't had very much, like, I've had diarrhea, but that is a very common thing for me to have when I'm on my period. It is very common because the hormone that is released to help your flow also causes that kind of bowel movement. I can't remember the name of the hormone, but I'll it's okay if you don't believe me, go look it up, you'll see. That is why we tend to have period bowel movements. And I know you know what I'm talking about. You know, a lot of people call them the period S word. We don't cuss on this channel. So, you know, shizzles, the period shizzles. Yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about. It's very similar to the bear shizzles. Causes diarrhea. Can't help it. It is what it is. It's a hormone reaction. It's life. So we are down 2 whole pounds this week, or from shot 7 to shot 8, we're down 2 whole pounds. So that's good. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do feel quite disappointed. I feel like there should be a lot more loss happening, and if I wasn't having all this water retention and still on my period almost 4 weeks later, then I would not have, or I would have lost more. But it is what it is. I'm going to be content with it because I have no other choice. But I have noticed that the breakouts have really, really, really gone down. Like you can't, like you could barely see a little bit right here and a hair right here, but it's not like it was where it was like the nodule and the cystic outbreak. So I'm very, very, very happy about that. Yesterday we did go on a road trip, spontaneous road trip that we were not intending to do. So we did have a little bit of issues on the road with snacks. In the morning, I made David breakfast. I scrambled him some eggs. The night before, we had made chili cheese dogs, and I had one for dinner. And when I say one, I mean a single chili cheese dog for dinner. And I love chili cheese dogs. Like, I love them. I will eat at least two, or normally I will eat at least two. And I did serve myself two, but I only made myself one, if that makes any sense. Like, I put the chili and the cheese only on one, and the other one I left naked on the plate because I said, you know what? It wasn't until after I had already put the hot dog in the bun that I said, I'm probably not going to be able to eat this. So I'm just going to leave it dry, and then we'll go from there. So I didn't. I ate 3/4 of the regular chili cheese dog. And then I ended up putting the other one back, and I explained to David, hey, just so you know, this hot dog bun is going to have, you know, it's not going to look new, and it's not new, but it's clean, I promise. It just has from having the hot dog in it. Because you never know. I mean, he might end up eating it when I go to bed or something, and I don't want him to think that it's bad and toss it out, because it's not. But I explained that to him, and he was fine with it. I ate one hot dog. He ate 2 hot dogs. So that was 3, and the pack was 8. And then when I got up in the morning, I assumed that he didn't eat anymore, and I don't know why I assumed that, but I did. So I assumed we would have at least 4, but we didn't. We had, I think, 2 left. So I just chopped those up. I had already cooked them. They were already cooked. I just, or they were already, you know, they were grilled for our chili cheese dog. So I just cut them up. I had like half a tomato left. I don't like tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes because I don't like the texture. And they tend to give me heartburn. So I don't, he likes them, I don't. So there's always leftover. I hardly ever even buy them. But if I do buy them, they're left over a lot because I don't eat them. And, so I chopped up the rest of the tomato. There was some onion. I also don't eat onion. I don't eat onion. I don't eat tomato. And I really don't like mayonnaise. Outside of that, I don't have a lot of things that I won't at least try. But so I made him that as the tomato, the hot dog, the onion, and scrambled some eggs for him. And then I served him that for breakfast. I wasn't hungry. So I made myself a protein coffee. And then we got ready, and he was like, hey, let's just go for a drive. Sometimes when he tells me let's go for a drive, what he's telling me is we're just going to go to downtown and check out like a new coffee shop. I love coffee shops, and he knows it. So that's, you know, kind of like what he does for me. We ended up going, I don't know, we were just driving, and I go, hey, you know what? I'm going to need to eat something soon because I haven't eaten yet. And it was already, I had gotten up at 6 a.m. It was already about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, I'm going to need to eat something soon. I wasn't hungry when we left the house. I'm not all that hungry right now, but I can kind of feel it coming on, and I don't want to get caught up and then like, you know, end up eating everything in sight. So I wanted to be proactive. So we went to a craft barbecue shop here in Aledo, Texas, which is right next to Fort Worth, Texas. It's called Dane's Craft Barbecue. I will show you a picture of the plate that we purchased. We got a platter, I think it was called the Trinity platter. And because of my low iron, I've been craving beef like nobody's business. And normally I never ever even think twice about it, but I've been craving beef. So I really wanted to try a beef rib, and David loves beef ribs. So I purchased that, a la carte, and it was like $28 for the beef rib, and it was a small beef rib. Just wait till you see this beef rib, okay? Because it was huge. It was so big that when we wrapped up everything to take it home, it didn't fit in the box. I had to like strip it off the bone and toss the bone. It was funny, but it was so good. Oh my gosh, the food was so good. It was so good. And I'll show you the plate that I served myself from the platter that we purchased. And I just drank water, which is normally what I only drink, but I ran out of water, and I was like, well, we were on the road, and we were already driving for like 2 hours, and I was like, oh, I need something to drink, and we ended up stopping at Sonic's. He loves Diet Cherry Limeades, so I ended up getting a Diet Dr. Pepper, and I filled up my cup with Diet Dr. Pepper, and it lasted me the rest of the night. I did end up getting a couple bottles of water through the day. Oh, my hair. So I figured something out. I have very, very, very little blonde left in my hair. I have not dyed it. See, like that's like the most in my whole hair. I have not dyed it. It hasn't grown all the way out. So what I've figured has happened is all the blonde has broken off, and that's why my hair is so much thinner. And that's why, like, the longer and longer it gets, see how much thinner and thinner and thinner it gets compared to before. I need a haircut, but see how much thinner it gets? And I think it's because all the blonde broke off. So there's like varying like thicknesses in my hair from that. And I think that's what happened. So we're going to work on that. But anyways, so it was super, super good. And we just ended up kept driving, and I got a Diet Dr. Pepper, and he got a Diet Cherry Limeade, and it was 106 degrees, and it was awful. And then we ended up getting home like at 2 a.m. It was a long day. It was a very, very long day, but it was a nice day out, just adventuring out together. And my problem is when you're not prepared, you're preparing to fail. And I failed miserably. And I think a lot of the retention that I had is due to the fact that I ended up having to eat snacks on the road, which have a lot of salt. Normally I'll eat my pickles and I'll be so happy, but nobody had my brand, and I freaking hate Van Holsten pickles, and they only had that one, and I was so sad. And I was like, so I didn't get any pickles on the road. And that was really sad. Like, I'm not kidding when I tell you how much I freaking love pickles. But anyway, so I did tell him in the future, on Sundays tends to be the day that we end up doing stuff like that. From now on, I will pack us some stuff and take it with us. We did stop at H-E-B once we got out to Midland. We stopped at H-E-B, and then we picked up a few things. I made sure to buy us like some prepared vegetables. So it was a box of like mini carrots and sliced cucumber with a little cup of ranch, to try to avoid eating chips or candies or what have you. So we ended up eating that on the road on the drive back. And it was really good. It was a really, really smart purchase for us. And then we got him some like hydration drinks and stuff because he needed to stay awake while he drove, and he won't let me drive. So yeah. So one thing that I've been trying to do is I've been trying to take any and all action that I can. You guys, it's driving me bananas. When I was little, my teeth are always really straight. Like you can see, my top teeth are pretty straight. My bottom teeth are too, with the exception of this one. This happened as I got older. Well, actually the whole front are starting to shift because I have all 4 of my wisdom teeth still impacted under my jaw. So they are pushing my teeth. And as they're pushing on my teeth, it's pushing this tooth forward. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. See? It's pushing this tooth to the side and forward. So when I talk and when I take pictures and stuff, it looks like I'm missing a tooth. But I'm not. It's really there. It's just crooked. And it's ugly and I hate it. And you can see like, you can see I bruised it. Because I also have a big gap in the back between these two molars. So I have to floss my teeth every single time I eat anything. Doesn't matter what it is. And I floss every single tooth because the crookedness, it gets, things get stuck. And then they hurt. So you could just see I bruised my gum from doing it in the car. And I went too far down and it hurt. And I was bleeding and it sucked. And it happens. But whatever. So it drives me bananas to see that. Anyways, so I'm trying to not only take care of my mental health and my physical health, my emotional health, I'm also trying to learn to take better care of my body itself. Like, I have never really been into like skincare. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wash my face, you know, I'll use an exfoliator, I moisturize, but I use basic like drugstore things, which is fine. I mean, it fits my budget. But I'm getting older, and not only am I getting older, I'm losing weight again. So you can see in my neck, my skin is starting to crepe. I mean, it's one thing for it to happen in my body. I could put on long sleeves. I could put on a pair of pants. But what am I going to do? Wear a turtleneck all the time? Like, so I'm trying to actively, like, do what I can. Oops. In order to reduce that as much as I possibly can. Because I don't know what is going on here. It's been like this for a while. I don't have necessarily bags under my eyes, but I have this bag right here. And I don't know if that's considered an eye bag. I don't know what it is considered, but it's always there. And the less sleep I get, the more stressed out I am, the more swollen it becomes. But it does retain fluid. And I don't really have it as much here. I do have it, but not as bad as here. Like here, it's like a bag. It's awful. I hate it. So I'm trying to start a better skincare regimen, because I do live in a very sun damaging place. So I am trying to alleviate that as much as I possibly can, any way that I can, and we'll go from there. So if you have any products that you recommend, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below, because 42 over, I'm now 140, I am over 140 pounds down, and I still have a lot more to go. And I mean a lot more to go. You know, 120 pounds of that was done on my own prior to starting Mounjaro. Oh, that hurts. It's so tight. So I have a lot more weight to lose, which means I'm going to have a lot more skin issues. And I want to try to alleviate them as much as I can and you know, help them along. So if you have any suggestions, any recommendations, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear about it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I want to send you some digital hugs. Please remember, I love to hear all about how your week is going, good, bad, sad, whatever it may be. Just leave it in the comment section down below. Today's emoji, let's put the cup. The cup. You know, the drink. That's me with my drink all the time. So if you want to I would love to know that you've made it all the way to the end. You guys, I'm just so incredibly grateful. You guys knew I was on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers before my birthday. My birthday is still 2 months away, and we've hit it, and I'm just so excited. And again, I just want to thank you so much, because I 150,000,000% could not have done it without you. That's a goal I couldn't have done on my own. And I just want to thank you so much for helping us get there. You know, this community just means so much to me, and I just love how supportive and just amazing you guys are, and just how open you are about your lives with me, and it just means so much to me, and I'm truly honored. So if you are not already subscribed, please do so. Join us in this mission to conquer life and, you know, get to know each other better. And thank you so much for liking and commenting and sharing these videos out with your, you know, you only have so much time in your day, and I'm truly, truly honored to be a part of that. You are willing to spend a few minutes with me every day, or a few minutes with me each week, and that means the world to me, and I can't thank you enough. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.